Hello, everyone. We have giggle time for the next 40 seconds until 11 o'clock comes. So we are the Blackbird Writers on Substack TV, and we go live every Friday at 11 o'clock Central. And we are just waiting for the official start, for the starting bell to go off at 11 o'clock, and there we are. So here we are the Blackbird Writers live on Substack TV. My name is TK Sheffield, and I write stories for readers to laugh and escape. Set in Wisconsin, they are The Devil Wears Prada meets a Wisconsin supper club. And with me are my co-hosts. Valerie, take it away.
I am Valerie Beal. I write books for readers age 10 and up, often inspired by my travels. Some are fantasy, some are mystery, and I don't feel like I have to be just one thing. So I write what I feel like writing. I'm also a book marketing specialist. So that's me in a nutshell.
Tracy, you're up.
I am Tracey S. Phillips. I am the founder of Blackbird Writers, and I write suspense thriller and romantic suspense about fierce women who face their shadow side. The Blackbirds are a group of 25 mystery authors who have flocked together, and we love to share each other's news and help each other navigate the publishing landscape. And that's what we're here to help you all with, is helping you figure this whole publishing thing out.
Exactly, figure it out. And Christine DeSmet, she is a Blackbird. She's here with us. Thank you, Christine, for joining. Good to see you. And the show is about a half an hour. And the first thing we do is we give you news and updates from the flock. And then we go into an industry topic. And after that, we finish up with our favorite things. So, Tracy, have you got news for us?
I do. I have news from 4 different Blackbirds today. Sheila Lowe is counting down to the end of her work in progress, The Lies Between the Lines. It's another Claudia Rose psychological suspense, book 10. Wow. Where 2 of Claudia's cases collide in an unsuspecting way. Also, she's going to be all over the place in April. She is speaking to a women's philanthropic group in Santa Ana, California. On April 9th. And then on April 11th, she'll be at a book fair in Carpinteria. In April 18th, she'll be at Author's Day at Oxnard Library. Oh. And on April 25th, she's doing a Sisters in Crime panel at Oak Park Library in Simi Valley. Whew. She's a busy lady.
That's a lot.
I am dropping her website in the chat so you can get more information on that. Lori Stevens kicks off a spring book tour in April while she's camping her way toward Mount Rushmore.
Oh my gosh.
I know she loves to be outdoors. Mm-hmm. So you will see her in Laramie, Wyoming, Rapid City, South Dakota, Great Falls, Montana, and Sun Valley, Idaho. Visit her website for details at lauriestevensbooks.com. And here is that link. Sarah Lynn Richard is attending book clubs in person or online for Mrs. Oliver's Twist. She's, barreling towards the finish in her next books, which is presently unnamed, but it's a historical mystery set in Galveston, Texas, in 1905.
Great.
Yeah. And she's been telling me about this book. It sounds so good.
And also on her social media, she shares a lot of the pictures, the historical pictures. I don't know if they're going to be in the book or how she's going to, but she's kind of building a buzz for this book. I'm excited for it too. So.
Yeah. Sharon Michaelov put on her historian's hat to blow a salute for an obscure 15th century Venetian trombonist and composer. His name is Zorzi. I'm not going to pronounce it right. Zorzi di Nicolo, I think. Her article appeared in the March issue of The Whispering Gallery. Yeah, she's been writing a lot of historical romance and historical short stories. So she's definitely been working that degree she has.
Good for her.
Yeah. And that's all the Blackbird Writer news I have today.
I have one. I attended last night. John Didakis had an online writing workshop called Exploring the Power of the Subconscious, Planning versus Pantsing. And it was great. And right after that, I jumped into Valerie's Books and Beer. So I will paste John's website in the chat. It was so good. He's such an excellent writer, and he was giving these great tips. And so it was a book group out of Maryland, I think. But it was online and free, and I just signed up. If you check out his website, if you're interested in learning more about his workshops.
He's fun to
Val,
listen to. Yeah, he's fun to
Val,
listen
you
to.
had Books and Beer last night.
Yeah, we did. So once a month in Columbus, Wisconsin, and also via Zoom, we have an author in for the book discussion, and that's been the model for Books and Beer since we started. We are now at 11 years. Woo, woo.
Wow.
That's
So last
great.
week was Sue Burke, a Wisconsin mystery series writer. And then next month would be April 23rd. We have Donna Rebelinski in, and she also writes mysteries. We don't just read mysteries. We read other stuff. It just seems like lately. But when we get closer, I'll remind everybody about that. My bigger news today is the Writers Forum is out, the March Writers Forum. So I'm going to pop that link in. If you follow me on Substack, you already got this. If you follow me on social media, you had a link to it already as well. So
Excellent information. I don't know how you do it. It's like a font of information. It's like a little library of links and information that you send out every end of the month. So thank you for that.
yeah,
So good.
it's fun to compile, and part of it is I need to know the stuff too. So it does double duty for me. So
That's cool. Hey, speaking of links, I'm just curious if anybody who's watching right now is able to click the links in the chat and will it take you to that website? Just answer me in the chat if you can, because I cannot. I have to copy it, but then this is my live event. So I'm just curious how it's working behind the scenes over there.
Me too. I would have to copy and paste it in, but I don't know if that's because I'm a participant.
Yeah. So if you're watching, just let us know how that works for you. So great. Thanks.
So thank you for that. So like I said, when we opened the show, Blackbird Writers on Substack TV, so we start with, Lori said, no, you have to copy them first.
Sorry.
Thanks, Lori, for answering.
Thank you.
So anyway, we are Blackbird Writers on Substack TV, and we start out with news from the flock, and then we go into some industry updates. And so we have talked about AI and its impact on the industry. Last week was Jane Friedman Day, and we talked about how much Jane offers to writers for free. She's got a paid subscription side, but if you just go to her website, you find so many things for free. So that's just a recap about what we offer. And I do have one bit of industry news before we get to the main topic, which is pitching. I have one thing about industry news about AI, because it's changing as we speak. Right. There was recently, this last week, there was this controversy about a publisher who picked up an author, I think from TikTok, and they republished her book, and then they pulled it because they felt it was allegedly written with AI. Mm-hmm. So here's just a little update, not about that, but this is something new that I am seeing. So I got Funds for Writers, Jane, the Funds for Writers newsletter that comes out every Friday, right?
Yeah.
She has contests. And so she listed one, and I clicked on it just to read a little bit more about it. And the guidelines for the contest read like this. Here's their policy on use of AI. Use of AI. You may solicit feedback on your work from an AI. However, if your work quotes text generated by an AI, you must disclose this in your submission. Okay. So do you see the difference there? Mm-hmm. So it's almost like we can't escape using AI in editing or soliciting feedback in some way. We all know that, right? But they're saying you can't quote text generated by an AI. So it's a very fine line of difference there, but at least they're trying to establish some guideline.
Mm-hmm. Right. And we had talked about the Authors Guild seal, like, author
Right.
human written or
Human authored. Yep.
human authored. And even they don't have, because the AI checkers are poor. They don't really have a way to prove, they're not going to run the works through an AI checker because there's so many like false positives, or I guess it'd be false negatives or whatever.
Well, and then the fact that they're using an AI to check for AI.
Right.
And
Yeah, that is sort of a conundrum.
I don't like it.
I think I just saw it on Substack before I came on. I think someone wrote like a paragraph from Frankenstein and they put it into an AI and it came back as 100% positive written by an AI.
Which is ridiculous.
Right. So that's what we're up against, right? That's the mess we're in.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I thought that was interesting to see that phrasing was new to me. I had not seen that. You may solicit feedback on your work from an AI. So that's like a Grammarly, editing, check for, proofreading, whatever. However, if your work quotes text generated by an AI, you must disclose it. They don't say you can't submit. You just have to disclose it.
Is that Hope Clark?
Yes, Hope Clark, Funds for Writers. It was a contest link not from her. It was a contest link.
She was sharing.
Yeah.
That is a newsletter that's worth subscribing to if you're not aware of her, the writers who are watching this. That is definitely one I read. And
what's her name?
Hope Clark. Is it Funds for Writers? And so she covers a lot of different things, and she usually is sharing new contests and new opportunities for getting your work out there.
Great. It's a great newsletter.
Put it in here too.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so on to the topic of the day, which is pitching. So Valerie has always been an inspiration along with Tracy and all the Blackbirds for me. But Valerie has this wonderful series on YouTube of querying her novel, which has gone on. I just have to give you a plug, Val. I mean, you won a ton of awards with this, and you pitched it, and you documented it on your YouTube. So, and I'm in the process of pitching screenplays, which I'll get to. So, pitching. Val, tell us what you learned through that series.
It didn't work. Sorry. No, what was interesting is I had a very specific framework because I had previously been agented and it hadn't worked out. I got close with that manuscript that had been being submitted. And then we parted ways, and then that manuscript was written, the one you just showed in book form. Mm-hmm. And the feedback I was getting from beta readers were like, this is really the best thing you've ever written. And the people who have read everything, for good or bad, read everything. Right. And they said, if you're going to try for another agent, use that manuscript. And so I did. And so I was, because I am comfortable with independent publishing, I knew that was always an option, and I wasn't going to query forever. And I wasn't going to query a lot of outlier agents. I was going very much to the people who are the top in the industry for young adult novels, but they also had to rep middle grade because I had middle grade, and I wanted it to be, someone who could shepherd my career along, if you will. So I decided to share this with YouTube short videos. These are 60 seconds or less videos. I just put the link to my playlists on YouTube. If you want to watch through, I mean, clearly they're short, but there's a number of them. And I let everybody come along on the ride. And then I had a tally at the end of how many were out, how many were unresponded to, how many, were requests, whatever. So the tally was there. And in the end, I gave it a good number of months, probably like 6 with the queries. And then I did query a few publishers, and nobody bid on it. And then I just went, you know what, this is fine, moving on. But right. It's the reality for a lot of people.
Yeah. And I think that when you're querying, no matter where you are in your publishing journey, you need to set some boundaries for how long you're going to be doing this. What's it going to take for you to maybe head to another revision and try again? Are you going to pitch 50, 100, 200 agents and editors before you call it quits? You have to set some kinds of limits.
Right.
Because you pitched, you were with an agent and a publisher, or did you just pitch to your publisher directly?
I got my publishing contract through a publishing pitch party, #PitDark on Twitter. That was back in 2018.
Oh, good for you. I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah,
good for
yeah.
you.
So I didn't have an agent, but now I'm all indie. I got my rights back, and I'm super happy with that program now.
Right. That's the thing. And I had an agent, and my books were on sub, and they didn't go anywhere. And after a time, and I just said, you know what, I'm not getting younger unless I turn into a vampire, and I need to move forward with my writing career and take more control, because I just wasn't.
Yes.
You have to, or else.
I agree.
So anyway, I am going to do something similar, Val. I'm going to document my pitches in YouTube Shorts. And in this case, in my case, you get feedback, right? You'll get the feedback. So I will.
You're going to share your feedback?
Yes, I'm going to share the feedback. The good, bad, and the ugly.
Oh, I hope it's all good.
Cool, though.
Oh, believe me.
Because anybody who's, looking to do that, it's good for them to see that not everybody just gets accepted and positive feedback.
No. And I'm saving one of them for the favorite things, right? So I'll get to it. But anyway, just if you choose to go the pitching road, I have a little bit of advice for you. The first being, and this was from Tammy Borden. She's a wonderful Wisconsin author, and she was a keynote at Lake Fly last year. And she started out with tell your story. And I always remembered that, because we get so caught up in the log line, and you get caught up in the characters and what happens when, and this and that. You forget to be in the moment and tell the story. Mm-hmm. So if that helps you, calm your nerves, or think of a funny thing that might, break the ice, just remember you're telling your story, right? And that is something that really centered me after I heard her talk about that, and then made me more relaxed. What about you? Telling your stories, what do you think?
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you do that when you're talking about your novels? If you're at an author event or you're at a library event, how do you tell your story?
Well, I think it's just being honest and forthcoming about what happened to you along the way, because I think sharing that, it makes people aware, well, this could happen to me too. Or, I love it when people share and I'm like, oh my gosh, I went through that same thing,
Right. Well, the one that I, always refer to is my first novel, Model Suspect, I wrote on my hands and knees, because I had a bad back, right over the footstool behind me in my office. I would lay over it because it's the only way to relieve the pressure.
Oh my gosh.
So, that's my first story that I always go to. And it calms me down, believe it or not. I don't like to remember the pain of it, but it does calm me down. And then another thing is know your audience. Mm-hmm. So depending, like Val, the research that you did, why did you do that for those particular agents? Why did you do that?
Well, mainly because having been agented before with someone who was a very, very nice person and easy to work with, but also not at a big agency. It was a Midwest agency. So not a New York agency, whatever. I knew that I wanted to go, either I was going to go top tier or I was going to indie publish, because I do like the control over my own work. So that's why I did. And I did a combination of publishers, marketplace research, manuscript wish list, query tracker, and that kind of thing. So then I developed the list, and you know how you do that. You just double check and look at the agency and what are their rules and all the business. And basically spreadsheets are your friend, right?
And manuscript wish list, you can always go on to manuscript wish list, look and see what they're looking for at that time, which can change. And then you, Tracy, you had Pitch Dark. So you knew who was looking exactly for what you had with the hashtag.
Well, with the hashtag, it just goes out to people who are seeking that information, and I don't know, I'm not on Twitter X anymore, so I don't know if that is still a thing.
The pitch. Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I think they do.
It's been a long time since I've been on that channel.
And then another thing about pitching is find your differentiation, and that has something to do with your comps, right? If you establish your comps, Devil Wears Prada, okay, my comp meets a Wisconsin Supper Club. My differentiation is that we've got cheese curds involved and brandy old fashions, right? So there you go. So if when you're pitching, think about that. Think about what is normal. What do people know? What an agent or a producer might know, and then add the twist, right?
Right. And I think that makes a lot of sense if you can come up with that short line, that comparison line. And yours is perfect. And they're hard to do. I think that's one of the harder things for authors to do, is to come up with that line, right?
Right. And TK, you are so good at that, actually. Yes, about what blends and what seeing the comps and the anyway, you're
I think it's just because I have a twisty mind. I always like to take something and twist it.
The idea of Devil Wears Prada at a Wisconsin Supper Club is just kind of perfect. So
thank you. But it's and then the other thing is answer the question. That's one thing that tripped me up when I first started this. It's a different pitching environment for me. It's different than querying a novel, right? Answer the question. What do they want to know? They want to know more. They want to know more about the story itself. I was missing that when I first started. So make sure you read exactly what they're looking for and answer the question.
Yeah.
And one of my tips too is to make sure that you present that they know something about them. So I always try to look at the interviews they may have done, the agent, comments they might have made. And one of the fastest requests for fulls I ever got was from an agent where I had read an interview about something they said about the Clan of the Cave Bear series, and then what house they wore for Harry Potter. And I was like, I don't even care anymore. I just wrote a funny first paragraph, and I was just like, here you go. And it was an agent at Writer's House. She's not at Writer's House anymore. But I was like, I have nothing left to lose with these pitches.
Right. That's so funny.
It was funny. I think she said that she thought Clan of the Cave Bear devolved into cave porn or something like that. It was very funny.
I did. I read those books.
And I thought, oh my God, I can't, but there is a point where you're like, we're all just human beings here. Like,
right. So thank you. I appreciate that. And, pitching tips, I will keep you posted about how it goes. But
yes,
the point is, and thank you. And the point also where you can find some agents or opportunities to pitch, you can always look at a local writing conference often brings in agents, and they have practice pitches. And also you can go on to writing day workshops, and you can sign up and do online, the online course or event if you can't attend in person, and check it out. And Val's famous last words, what you have nothing to lose, why don't you just go for it?
Yeah, I was going to mention the writing day workshops because those guys do a fantastic job. And if you have money to burn sending query letters, it can be expensive. But those live events, you are face to face with an agent or editor you've got 8 minutes or 6 minutes or something like that. And you pitch your work, blast it out there, and then just sit back and wait for their reaction. I always did really well with those.
Oh, good for you. That's
wonderful. And I felt like just getting face to face with somebody, you're also it's a lot better than a cold query. Where that you're going into their slush pile.
Did you have it memorized or did you read?
I had it in front of me, and I got to the point because I did it so much that I was able to just kind of tell them, here's my story,
Great.
So
Janae joined us.
Hey, Janae.
Hello, Janae.
Oh, we're right on time. We are headed into favorite things.
Oh, yay.
We have a new segment. Is it real or is it AI? And then we'll go around the horn and check on our favorite things.
Oh, should I do that first? Okay, so I'm in charge this week of the real or AI images, and I'm going to just hold them up, and you guys all vote in the comments. So
up higher, there.
Sorry, there we go. A. Breakfast A. Breakfast B. We're going to be at the eye doctor here for a second. A. B.
You want to go first, Tracy?
Well, my vote for the AI is B.
Oh, really? My vote for is it live or is it AI? I vote for A.
A is AI.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else in the chat care to put your vote in? Nobody's going out on a limb that's watching us.
You can do it. Pick A or B. Is breakfast
wait?
A AI or real, or is breakfast B AI or real?
And our votes are already split.
Oh, Lori Buchanan says A is AI. Thank you for your vote, Lori Buchanan.
Should we just give it up so we have time for our favorite things?
Sure.
Yes.
This one is AI.
B. Oh, wow.
It's too perfect.
It is too perfect in a way.
That's what my hit on it was. It was so perfect, and those eggs are so perfect.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful.
Oh, good
And so-
point.
and yeah, so this one is real. But anyway, whatever. For what it's worth, it's getting harder to tell. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Good eye, Tracy. You're next, by the way. You're up
I'm
next for next week.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll find something.
Okay, our favorite things for Friday. I have two different ones. I'll go first with mine and then I'll end with one. Well, how about that? Well, never mind. I'll just do it. Okay, favorite things for Friday. Names. Midwest is known for funny names. A couple of writing groups that I came across my path, and one is Written in the Mitten, a Michigan authors group. Hello, Written in the Mitten. And also Bell Cow Productions. These guys are hilarious. I don't know if you know them.
Bell cow?
Bell Cow Productions.
Not
The bell
cow
cow
bell.
is the first cow of the herd, right? She wears the bell. And
Bell.
Bell cow.
It's a Minnesota-based book marketing organization that has a catalog of Minnesota authors. And they're online. They're hilariously funny. And if you're a Minnesota author, they want to hear from you. So there's
Oh my
Written
gosh.
in the Mitten and Bell Cow.
Written in the mitten.
And here's my other thing related to pitching. Okay, so you get 10 minutes to pitch. And I pitched this person and pitched this gal, and she was nice, but she was 2 minutes late. Right? She's 2 minutes late. You get 8 minutes, which really means only 6.
Yeah.
Right? She's 2 minutes late, and she's kind of just looking at her phone. She's looking at her phone, and she's not really paying attention to me. Fine. So I just go for it and do it anyway. But then I get my feedback. It says, you were rushed. You didn't look up from your page. It was the worst feedback I got, And I'm going to myself, I'm reading this going, but you were late.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was in a Seinfeld episode. Like, yes, I know I was rushed, but you were late.
And then are you allowed to say anything? I mean, yeah, I know.
So you have to laugh as you go through this kind of thing and just realize, take the good with the bad. Anyway, so that's my favorite thing.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to engage. Do not engage.
But you were late. Like, really, it was a Seinfeld episode. Anyway, go ahead.
My favorite thing today is a local bookstore. So I wanted to just talk about the Garden Wall Bookshop in Verona, which recently changed hands. And these ladies that are running the shop are doing such a great job. I'm going to put their link in the chat. And they have a children's story time. In fact, it's like one of those old Victorian houses, it's right on the corner of Main Street in Verona. So you can't miss it if you go in there. And they have the upper level is all children's books now.
Fun.
Yeah. And it's such a huge space. And they do story time with Ben and Harry for kids. They also have a Zen book club. So exploring Zen teachings and spirit of Zen through thoughtful reading and open conversation. And then they have another story time. And I don't know if this is an ongoing one, but this week it's going to be a grandparents theme.
Oh, nice.
Fun.
So they have a lot of fun events and stuff like that. And authors, I would pitch your events to them because they're really open to that too. So
Is that the former Kismet books?
Yes.
Did they change hands? Okay, got it. Then I know where that one is. Cool.
yeah.
Before you go, Val, I just want to interject. It looks like we ran out of toner. Like you start with Tracy and then you go to me and then you go to blonde Val. Does it look like we ran out of toner in the copier? Start with Tracy, go to me, and then to Val.
This is how you cover up your gray hair. You just go blonder and blonder. Just keeping it real, folks. Sorry.
Right. Okay, your turn, Val.
I have nothing. I have no favorite things this week. I made it through the week, and that's my favorite thing.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy to join you all and have it be Friday this week.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone. We are happy to be here. We are the Blackbird Writers on Substack TV, and my name is TK Sheffield. We have Tracey S. Phillips and Valerie Beal. And please follow the Blackbird Writers on Substack if you'd like to know when we go live again. It's Fridays at 11 o'clock. We'd be happy to have you, and this will go out in emails too. So if you'd like to subscribe, and you'll get updates from the flock regularly, and we are very glad to see you. And we will see you again next Friday at 11.
Yes, thanks. And if you just joined late, you look for the recording on our channel as well and catch the beginning of it. All right. Thank you. See you next week.
Happy weekend.